Welcome along to episode 825 of the Milk Bar. Jason Forrest here with you as ever. Coming up on the show this week, you can see what happened when I nipped along to the Bandai Namco Cross Store preview, which was taking place last week ahead of this week's opening. I'll be nattering with Gary Stevens from the staff at Gatehouse as we celebrate their win in the Great British Pantomime Awards. Scott Bird lets us know what's going on at the Grand as we have a little walk through the latest Spotlight magazine. We'll be nattering with Scarlette Douglas all about the way in which we can spend a bit of cash on our homes to improve our energy efficiency and also make sure we get a smart meter. Mike Dixon from Huggle lets us know about their family fun day coming up to finish off the Easter holidays. And I nipped along to meet more of the team from the wonderful Cirquoise, which is the Brighton Garden Centre, right the way through Easter. That's all on the way on the show this week.
Welcome to the Milk Bar. 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 Welcome to the Milk Bar.
To bring the Easter holidays to a close, Huggle Pets are having a very special family fun day. It runs from 11 through till 12 on Friday the 25th. And to tell us all about it, I'm joined now by Mike Dixon. How are you, sir?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Oh, yeah, all good here. Is life treating you well?
Yeah, not bad at all, mate. Sun's out, so can't complain.
It does, and fingers crossed we get good weather throughout the whole Easter break. But the best thing is that even if it is tipping it down on Friday the 25th of April, indoors in the community space down there at Huggle Pets, everybody will be dry and having a good time.
That's it, mate. Yeah. So we're doing another one of our family fun days. You've done them before. You've come down, so it's just an opportunity for parents to bring the kids down, get a sneak peek behind the scenes of what our sensory room looks like, meet some reptiles and some creepy crawlies, get a goodie bag while stocks last, and just have a look around. Obviously, there's no as always, there's no obligation to buy anything or purchase anything. It's just a chance to do something in the Easter holidays, a bit of fun, a little bit different, sneak peek behind the scenes, and it's free. So that's one of the big important things.
It's part of the community initiative that Huggle Pets do. I mean, you're part of the community. Yes, you are selling goods for people to come and buy to look after their pets, but you're doing that at great value prices, which helps them out as well. And it's all local as well, and that's the best bit we like. And with the Huggle Pets range of products as well, which are in store, obviously that it's all about keeping it in Wolverhampton, isn't it? Even though your name is up and down the country these days.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Yeah, so as you said, we've got everything for different kinds of pets. Dogs, cats, reptiles, aquatics, small animals, all the supplies that you need. So yeah, if you've never visited us before, feel free to come down, have a sneak peek. It's a nice way of doing it as well. Bring the kids down while they're off school. But yeah, that's where we are on Cooper Street in Wolverhampton, WV22JL.
Yeah, and meet Murphy. So yeah. You're going to get to meet Murphy.
Meet Murphy.
Tell us about Murphy. Come on, full details.
Superstar. So Murphy is a fox red golden retriever. He works as part of our community team. So he's a fully trained and licensed therapy dog. He's done all the accreditations and everything he's done. So he goes in to visit schools, special education needs centres, one-to-one therapy sessions. So yeah, he's a great dog, and he will be here making an appearance on the day. So you get to say hello to him.
That's all cool. And with the creepy crawlies as well, that's going to be a good bit of fun too. You don't have to see them. You can stay at the other end of the room. But I mean, the good bit about it is, I mean, it's a sensory room, and you adapt as well to the groups that need it. And is there a quieter period during that time, which is going to be better for those who may be a little more sensitive to light and sound?
Yeah, so what we normally do is the full family fun day is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. But we'll have sort of 10 till 11, a bit of a quieter hour. So if you want to come in 10 till 11, where it might be a bit less crowd and a bit quieter, you're more than welcome.
So that's the reduced exposure to sound, light, etc. But the sensory room is fantastic. There's some great stuff to play with down there, and just the projections onto the floor and all those interaction things, as well as the animals you'll get to see. It's always good fun. And so if you're there early, there's the chance you might be able to get a goodie bag or stickers or something like that as well. Yeah. So it's always worth popping down. And keep up the good work. Keep getting involved. As far as the rest of the time goes, how can people find out more about not only the fun day itself, but the other events and things that can be done in that wonderful sensory room?
Yes, all our community events and information on our community site. So it's hugglepetsinthecommunity.co.uk. That's got everything that we do on there and all the other things and recent happenings that are going on.
But if you happen to be down there, you can pop into the store. If you're picking up your pet food anyway, have a little natter,
Yeah.
ask the staff, and they'll tell you what's coming up to. And it's, as you say, down there on Cooper Street, Wolverhampton. WV2 2JL is your postcode. Easy to find. Parking out front, although that's also first come, first served, and nice and easy
Yeah.
to get into.
Yeah. That's it, mate. Yeah. It'll
Oh,
be a good day.
yeah, you're going to have another brilliant one. You're down there, a good gang down there. Mike Dixon from Huggle Pets, as ever, lovely to speak to you. Thank you for joining us and have a brilliant Easter.
Thanks, Jace, and you. Bye, mate.
Now, when it comes to renovating our homes, people are looking at eco-friendly upgrades to help cut spiraling energy bills. Somebody who knows a thing or two about homes is Scarlette Douglas, who joins me now. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, Tar. Now, when you're not on telly telling us all about how homes can work for us, you're probably doing a few renovations yourself around the homes. I wouldn't put it past you to be a DIY goddess, to be fair.
Oh, I like that. I like that title. I'll take it. Thanks, Jason.
So, I mean, what is going on? Because, I mean, we got the costs of energy having gone up again. So, this is fueling us to spend a bit of cash doing what we wanted to do anyway, but also making sure that we get the best from an environmental point of view, too.
Absolutely. Look, I think what's so important is that nowadays people are trying to save as much money as possible. And I would always say that a great place to start, if people are thinking about this, is to get a smart meter. It's super simple. You can reach out to your energy provider, and they will basically come and install at no extra cost a smart meter that is basically the start of your journey to becoming eco-friendly, energy efficient in your home, and also kind of get you on that green innovation journey, which a lot of people are now trying to do and starting to get involved in. So I think it's something that's very important, and it's something that we're talking about a lot more, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah, because I mean, this sort of thing can help improve your house rating on its EPC rating thing that you normally only do when you move in, from something like an E to a B. As you start to see what changes you can make, you can monitor what you're actually spending on fuel, and it helps you work out what your budget's going to be as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's so fantastic about this is that you do have the in-home display screen, and on that, it's near enough in real time telling you how much money you're spending, how much energy you're using, potentially what appliance it is that's costing you more. And I think what's also great is that you get reward schemes as well from your energy provider. And those things can be anything from getting a voucher or credit to your account or half price, even free energy at certain points as well. So it's definitely not something to be kind of looked over. And actually, it's something that we should really start considering a lot more. It's not something that's going to cost a huge amount, but in the long run, it's something that's definitely going to save us money.
Yeah, 'cause I know someone who has signed up to get a smart meter purely to get a free Greg's off her energy supplier. There's a sausage roll in it every month. She's going for it. So
See, there you go. And I'd be getting a nice bun actually from Greg's. I think that'd be my choice.
yeah, there's absolutely lots of great selections there. But I mean, what can we do to sort of to use our homes in a more environmentally friendly way?
I mean, there are lots of things that we can do, and obviously there are things that are very expensive and things that aren't as expensive. I would say starting with a smart meter is great, but even small things like getting LED light bulbs, draft excluders, looking into insulation. Obviously, if you want to go big, you can think about an EV charger or underfloor heating, upgrading your boiler, heat pumps, even getting solar panels. But you know, some of these things are a bit more costly. So if you are thinking you can't afford those sort of things, let's be more cost effective. Let's start small, and then from there we can absolutely build up.
Yeah, because I mean, things like draft exclusion now are vitally important. Yes, we do need airflow through our homes, but we want it in the right way and in a controlled way. And
Exactly.
this is where some people end up with heat exchangers as well, isn't it? To make sure that they can get the most out of anything they have spent on fuel.
Yeah, exactly that. And there are so many ways of doing this. And if people really don't know where to start, they can head online. As I've said, a smart meter is a fantastic first step. It's super simple. You can just search, get a smart meter. You can go to smartenergygb.com. There's loads of information there. And it will just give you a good idea of anything that you can do around the house just to help you make it more energy efficient. And also, when doing that, you're knowing that you're actually adding value to your property. A lot of people now are looking for homes that are energy efficient, that they know is going to potentially save them money in the long run. That's what this is all about at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Make it right for you. know what fuel you're using. And I think the other thing is you know exactly what fuel you are using and when. And it
Yes.
means you don't get estimated bills. And that's where surprises come from. If you get a bill that suddenly you're playing catch up because you hadn't realized it, but someone has left a thermostat really high in a room you maybe
Yeah.
don't regularly go into. And that sort of thing can trigger a big cost. So if you can watch what's
Exactly.
happening, and when you're not on TV, there's not always that much to watch. So we could actually watch our smart meter when you're not on.
I love that. Exactly. Exactly.
to be
Although
fair,
at the moment,
You're
I am
almost
actually
always
on
on
at the
TV.
moment.
You're everywhere.
Exactly. And mine and my brother's show, Worst House on the Street, that's on at the moment as well, actually. So you do get to see me every week, but you're right. If you're not watching me on a Wednesday night, then you can definitely watch your screen and see how much energy. In fact, you could even watch it whilst you're watching me. You can double screen, see how much energy you're using whilst you're watching me on television.
You can
Win-win.
you can see what great value you are when it comes to the energy that you use whilst watching you.
Oh, I love that. Exactly.
I like it. No, that's all good. So where can we go to once more to get a smart meter?
Definitely head to smartenergygb.com. There's lots of information there, but also you can speak to your energy provider. You know, a lot of those will come and fit those at no extra cost, which is fantastic. And just get started on your green innovation journey, because I think once you've started with a smart meter and once you're keeping track of how much you're spending and watching that little screen, it's going to just incite you and excite you to continue doing more and trying to be as eco-friendly as possible, and obviously keeping an eye on that carbon footprint. And an added benefit is saving money as well.
Yeah, and before you know it, you'll be recycling rainwater and all sorts.
Exactly.
As ever, Scarlette Douglas, always good to speak to you. Thank you for joining us. Keep up the good work. We'll watch you on telly on Wednesday night, don't worry.
Thank you
And
so
we
much.
we will see you soon. Ta-ra for now.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Cirquoise is now officially open at the Brighton Garden Centre, running right throughout the Easter break. And I've got Angel with me now, who's looking resplendent as Mistress of the Ring. How are we doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well and looking
Good.
forward to seeing the show.
Oh, good.
Now that you've already had your audiences in this morning, they have been wowed. There's more going to be happening throughout. Remind us the date it runs for.
So we're here from the 12th of April until the 27th of April. We have no performances on the 14th of April or the 22nd of April.
So a well-earned break then, but the rest of the time you guys are keeping so busy.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows, but it's good.
And all these tickets can be booked through the Brighton Garden Centre. But we have the cast here with us now. You can introduce me. Who have we got? You can start this end, I think.
Gosh, okie dokie. So we have Alex here.
Hi, Alex.
Yeah.
Now you look like you may juggle.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a juggler, acrobat.
And how long do you get in the show? Because this is going to be hard work. All of this is hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty hard. I mean, whenever I'm not on stage, I'm backstage moving things around. So
It's all part of the teamwork that works as well, isn't it? Because people forget that in the circus. You're one big family and you all do different bits of the show.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll look forward to your juggling. Next up.
I'm Vlad, and I'm the hand balancer in the show.
And now this again amazes me every time. I mean, I can barely stand up on a slightly uneven surface, yet you can impress people completely inverted.
Yeah, and it takes many years of practice.
Is
yeah.
that how you get your hair sticking up in the morning?
Yeah, I just go upside down and hairspray while I'm upside down.
That works every time. Okay, we're looking forward to seeing what you can get up to. I'm going to look upwards now. Hello up there. Who are you?
My name's Amaya. And I'm Hannah.
And I'm going to guess that you're going to be aerialists.
Yeah.
And with feathers to boot as well. I mean, that is tricky to maintain from that height.
Well, we take the feathers off just before we go up.
Ah, so looking awesome and very sparkly. Sparkles count, don't they? Because the light reflecting as you move all helps.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all good. More feathers down here. Who are you, please?
Hello, I'm Molly and I'm a dancer.
And again, the body movement, the fact that we're bringing to life so much sort of glitter and sparkle in the show, and you get to do some of that.
I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
It's about the amazing showmanship that we can see in the ring. So we'll look forward to that. And the tail feathers as well, that is phenomenal. These costumes must cost a fortune.
I'm sure they do.
Okay, we'll move down the line. Salvatore, how are you?
Yes, good. How are you?
I'm all right. You dressed rather sparkly compared to last time I saw you.
Diablo juggling and an aerial act.
I've seen you work in the air before, and it is rather impressive. So we're looking forward to seeing that one. So good luck with that.
Thank
And
you.
finally, on the end,
You're going to be entertaining people throughout. I
Yes,
can
I
tell by
am.
the red nose.
I'm Bugsy the Clown, and I'm a clown.
But a friendly clown. That's
Yes,
what
I'm a friendly clown.
You're not in any way scary whatsoever.
No, I don't like to be a scary clown.
No, but
What's the
humorous,
point of
fun, enjoying
that?
yourself.
I hope so, yeah.
Interacting with the crowd as well, then.
Yes, of course. I bring someone in, I do some juggling and juggling over somebody. So.
Well, that's all looking absolutely fantastic. I'm going to move back down the end of the row. Angel, so this is going to be good, isn't it?
Yeah.
The audiences will absolutely adore this, but they need to get here. So, once again, how do the people get in touch? Where are they? What's the website and everything?
So if you visit the Albrighton Garden Centre, you can buy tickets online. You can do it actually in the garden centre in person, or if you want to come up last minute, you can do it with us on the door.
So you pay on the door, but the other thing is as well, of course, there's snacks and all sorts. We've got the Big Top Cafe behind us, popcorn, and also candy floss.
It wouldn't be a circus without the traditional
you need
candy
it all,
floss and
don't you?
popcorn.
It's
Yeah,
all there.
definitely.
Well, have a great time. We're looking forward to the show. Enjoy working right the way through the Easter holidays and impressing audiences. Lovely to see you all.
Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Now, Scott Bird, Head of Marketing Communications here at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre, has a brand new Spotlight magazine. It's like a baby every time these things arrive. It's been a couple of weeks since it's been out. We haven't had a chance to have a catch-up as yet, but he's here with me now as we sit in the glorious lounge to have a bit of a natter about what's going on. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you, Jason. How are you?
Oh, good. Good to have you explore this magazine with us. And I think the joy of this is, as soon as it's gone to print, extra shows come along as well, because it's always to tease you, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this is a glorious romp through what we're looking at here, spring through to 26.
Yeah, so it's spring 25 to spring 26.
All the major shows in here, plus some lovely extras that are arriving. But first of all, our cover girl, Beverly Knight.
Yeah, I mean, it's so nice to actually have Beverly Knight in a fully fledged production here at the Grand. It's been well, I say it's been too long. It's been never. So actually,
that's the weird bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, she's been on this stage loads of times, but
actually to be in a proper production is the first time that. So we're really calling it Bev's Wolverhampton debut. So we had to put her on the cover of the brochure. And of course, in this great photo shoot that she did for the role in which she's playing, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, the sort of godmother of rock and roll, as she were. It's great, isn't it?
And this really isn't far off, is it?
No.
How many weeks?
From now, it's 6 weeks' time.
Okay, so worth getting your tickets quickly, because I know they're selling fast, aren't they?
They are selling fast.
She's been doing all sorts of telly on this as well.
Yes, yeah, she was on The One Show, and she's got a couple more appearances on TV to appear. And every time she appears on TV promoting this, the website sort of goes ding, 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 and lots of tickets get sold. So I wouldn't sleep on this one. This is one to get booked into soon, because all of the good tickets are sort of flying out. But there is still good availability, so make sure you get in there quick, though.
And we cover off the rest of the front cover as well whilst we're on, because there's a few things to talk about. Cinderella is an interesting one.
Yes.
And it's from the people who bought you Frankie Goes to Bollywood.
It is, yeah. And we're actually teaming up with them this time to sort of co-produce the show together. So in recent years, we've taken the steps back to producing our own pantomime in-house. And this is the first Desi pantomime that the company, Rifco, are putting on.
Huge potential for this one.
Yeah, so it's called Cinderella, and I guess the story is sort of a Cinderella story, but there is also lots of other pantomimes involved. So there's a pantomime cow in there, so it pulls a little bit of inspiration from Jack and the Beanstalk, and it's sort of its own hybrid of stories thrown into a pantomime. I like that idea. With a Bollywood twist and all of the colour and the spectacle that you can expect from that.
Panto suits Bollywood anyway, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. More is more.
I think
that's to both of those.
Exactly. So that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So again, when we go through the brochure, we can talk about it some more. But we're excited about that. It's in September, so it sort of whets the appetite, ready for the official Christmas season, I guess. But we're also taking it on tour to some of the theatres, which I'll get on.
Does it sit around Diwali? Is that going to be?
I think it's probably over by the time Diwali comes, but I guess you get this done with, celebrate Diwali, and then it's time for Sleeping Beauty then, which is on the back. Jeanette Manrara is making her musical theatre debut, I believe it is, in Chicago as Roxy, and then we are really proud partners of Wolverhampton Pride this year, which is on the 7th of June.
Another natural fit.
Yes, yeah. And we've never really done anything with Pride before. We've always been there waving
we've
been there and...
wristbands and makeup. There's always been wristbands and makeup.
Yes, and we've been there waving our flag and sort of really getting into the community, but we've never actually been part of the organisation and the promotion of Pride. This year we are, so we're proud to be headline sponsor this year.
Needs a bit of theatre, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So,
into the magazine itself, then,
and the pages.
Past the welcomes at the start and a full table of contents.
Yes,
we flick our way through, and you've got a lot in here, and there's obviously some shows that we've seen already, which we'll have a quick mention because of when this came out. But we're straight into it with the likes of Russell Kane's Hyperactive, which is going to be a good, fun comedy night coming up on the 27th.
Yeah, we're talking final tickets now for Russell Kane, but it's always good to have to Russell back, but just comedians in general are always a core part of our programme.
It's a nice venue for comedy as well. Having been here for Jasper Carrot and Tom Davies, I think. So there's a few names in there which have been absolutely fantastic fun to see on stage that I've had a chance to get to, and with Jimmy Tarbuck on the way in the not too distant future. Although he's not doing stand-up, as it were, he's reminiscing. It is really a stage that is known for its comedy.
Yeah, I think so. That beautiful horseshoe shape of the auditorium just makes sure that even the seats that are the furthest away feel just as intimate as some of the seats further down. So that'd be great. Again, last few seats for Man in the Mirror as well, Michael Jackson tribute. But then down the bottom of the page, Jamaica Love is something that we're really excited about. It's just the rhythms of Jamaica, and it's a really exciting sort of reggae show that is here on the 4th of May at 6 p.m. So it's a nice Sunday. It's a nice Sunday afternoon out. You can go to church and then go grab some food and then come and celebrate.
For 6 p.m. Then at the Grand. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, then we are into the wonderful world of La Traviata, La Bohème and Madame Butterfly.
Yeah.
A bit of opera.
Yeah, a nice bit of opera from Opera and Ballet International with Ellen Kent. They're always really popular. Traditional operas that always sort of delight every time.
Lavish
they
costumes,
come.
amazing voices.
Yeah.
And again,
Can't go wrong.
just sits so well on stage. It fits with the opening night and things of the theatre, doesn't it? So that's all good. Talking about access as well, it's always good to read the Q&A things, and so you got the outreach that's mentioned there. And again, this is the real reason for the magazine as well, isn't it? It's not only to tell people about the shows, it's also to bring to life the world of the theatre in our city.
Yeah, of course. That's a lovely interview with Nadia there, who just talks about all of the ways that people can access the Grand if they find things a barrier to access.
And some brilliant one-nighters in May. We've got an evening of burlesque cabaret. That's an absolute treat. Lost in Music, and then Midnight Dancer, Nikita Kuzmin. This is that's 3 days, really, 9th, 10th and 11th of May. It's just vibrancy throughout.
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited to have Nikita here. The Strictly Professionals always sort of come and do really well. And we've had Anton de Beck recently, and some of the pros that come through year after year, but this is Nikita's touring debut, so it's really exciting. I don't know if you've seen the pictures yet or the video. But,
I've had a press release, as I recall.
It looks stunning. It's sort of like, I guess it almost looks a bit like a drive-in movie, but like neon signs, quite theatrical. Really camp.
And playing to the sort of venues he's going to.
Yeah. Love that.
That's good. Then Stuart Leaf is back with more for comedy front. Stuart Leaf versus the Man Wolf.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by that one. Come along, find out more. Monday the 12th. If you're a Stuart Leaf fan, you will love that.
Yeah.
There's a monster new show that brings us 2 days in May.
Yeah.
And those are looking like school shows very much, aren't they?
Yeah. 1 and 4 p.m. and then there's a Wednesday at 10 a.m. But this is, you sort of come along as sort of earlier years. Tom Fletcher's children's books, which are always really popular. So I think they're making a lot of Tom's things into stage plays now.
Which is to the legacy, isn't it? So
yeah. Then another page of comedy, really, apart from this corner here.
Plus Mr. Medicana thrown in for good measure. But Rob Beggar's Giraffe, Harry Hill's New Bits and Greatest Hits. You never know what you're going to get from Harry Hill, even if you think you know, you don't know. And then Dara O'Brien with Recreation as well.
Yeah.
And again, mid-May comedy madness from them. And then in the middle of all of that, a tribute to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so if that's not your thing and you just fancy a bit of Taylor Swift, there's a new Tortured Poets department, a new era has been added to the show now. So if you've seen this before, there's all new songs. So
I think that's the advantage of these artists. They bring new stuff out all the time, don't they?
Taylor Swift is a new album.
Constantly.
So
so we're looking at the 14th through to the 17th of May there, if you're looking at those.
Yes.
Then we've got a lovely piece with Bev.
Yeah. So
I love Bev. She's never so nice.
Me too.
I like her mum as well. We interviewed her mum years ago.
Yeah.
Because her mum works in maternity care. Or at least, I'm hoping she's retired now.
Yeah.
But so that was lovely to chat with her over the years.
And her mum's always here coming to watch the shows, and she sits just out there in the Beverley Knight booth in the dress circle level whenever she comes. So hopefully a lot of Bev's friends and family will be able to make use of her booth in the dress circle.
That's the way.
Yeah, we sort of covered it when we talked about the cover, but Tuesday the 27th to Saturday the 31st of May, Beverley Knight is Sister Rosetta singing like roof raising, gospel and rock.
And the bit that scares me is that he's 6 weeks away.
Yeah. So it hasn't been on sale for very long, and we haven't got very long left to book it. So come and see some Beverley Knight, and Tom Bizodwa is Marie Knight, and it's just the two of them. But it's going to be great.
That's all you need when you've got voices like that, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That does the job. More fun, craziness for all the family. The Craziest Showman, Sunday the 1st of June. It is the Woodruff Cirque du Hilarious, Danny and Mick. And this regulars for absolutely, because there'd be uproar if they didn't come, wouldn't
they? Yeah. Danny and Mick and Clive, their dad, is so much fun. It's basically a sort of all the slapstick of pantomime, but always around Easter or into May. When are they here this time?
June.
It's 1st of June, so just creeping into June. But it's great, and obviously this is the Craziest Showman, so it's a sort of a take on the Greatest Showman, but it'll be perfect for them with all their sort of circus events that they do.
Now, Monday the 2nd of June, I've already been nattering with Mike Darbo.
Yeah.
We had a lovely chat, and to put it out on the radio, we had to cut it into 3 bits. It's very much like when we start nattering here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's got so much to say, an absolutely lovely fella. New music on the way as well. He's got a new album coming out, but that's not what you're getting with the Sensational Sixes experience, is it?
No. Again, the lineup sometimes similar, sometimes added
they mix it up every year, don't they?
Mix it up a little bit, but all of the regulars still there, and it'll be a great night of 60s music.
That'll be fantastic.
Always sort of sells out that one, so make sure you get your tickets for that.
Absolutely.
But if that's your thing, maybe the sound of Luke Combs is more your thing.
Yeah, because Luke's not popping over at the minute, is he?
Yeah,
so we've got a tribute to him.
Yeah, a tribute to Luke Combs, Grammy-nominated country megastar. So all
officially endorsed.
Officially endorsed. So if that's your thing. But then,
Ballet BC, I think I need to know more about this one. I've had notes through. I've seen the press for it, but explain what's going on here.
There's huge excitement around Ballet BC. They are, as BC suggests, British Columbia. They're a Canadian-based ballet company who are coming to the UK for only the 2nd time ever. It was a very limited engagement about 7 years ago, I believe, and now they're back on British soil, but coming to Wolverhampton for the first time ever. Presenting 2 different pieces, Passing by Johan Inge and Frontier by Crystal Pite. Crystal, really hot, popular Canadian choreographer at the moment. She was just nominated for an Olivier Award a couple of weeks ago. So it's really sort of top of the game.
But tickets from just 12 quid?
Yeah,
How does that happen?
It's really well priced.
I think that's called accessible.
Yeah, it is really accessible dance. I mean, this kind of, I guess, on the surface looks really highbrow, really expensive ballet, but no, this is really accessible. It's brought to us by Dance Consortium, which we're now a proud member of. Dance Consortium based down the road in Birmingham, but they are a company who specialise in going out and finding the best dance across the globe and thinking, right, we're going to take you, we're going to bring you to the UK, and you can see this in Edinburgh, you can see it, I think, as far south as maybe Plymouth, but in the Midlands, Wolverhampton is the place to be for top quality contemporary dance.
We're liking it.
Yes, and that is on the 6th and 7th of June.
Yes, absolutely. Then a bit of a break up to the 15th of June. Now, there's something in there, isn't there now? Is there an extra bit you've put in between those shows yet?
Well, Wolverhampton Pride is in the middle of that.
That's what's going on. I knew there was something going on in the middle of that.
So
that was
make sure you come and join Wolverhampton Pride.
Yeah, but then Jules Holland is in the house.
Yes.
With the Wolverhampton lad, is he on bass? There's one of the blokes who's from Wolverhampton.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's really great to have Jules back. Kind of feels like New Year. Whenever Jules is
Get
in
you ready for the
building.
next 6 months.
Yeah, whenever I hear Jules' voice, I'm like, he's back again with the Rhythm and Blues Orchestra, and will always sell out. So I guess we're on limited tickets already for that, but make sure you get those if you want them.
Yeah, well,
before Jimmy Tarbuck.
Jimmy Tarbuck. I know he's at the moment he's been on this tour, really taking to as many venues as he can for about the last 6 to 12 months, I think it is.
Yeah.
And it's so good to be able to get him into Wolverhampton, particularly with his links to the city, where the number of times he's visited over the years. The fact he was part of the anniversary panto, that's huge. And last time I had a little natter with him, he was reminiscing about that. So I'm looking forward to catching up with him soon to see what his thoughts are as he gets to us in June, 17th of June.
Yeah.
7:30.
7:30, and his costume from that panto is still on display on
absolutely.
the staircase.
Well, see if we can get him in it.
Yeah,
that'd be
get him
good,
back
wouldn't
in
it?
it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
But it's a great night. Some fantastic reminiscences, bits of video footage as well, telling his story over the years and really finding out more about what makes Jimmy Tarbuck tick in his 80s. And it's not for the faint-hearted either. He does like to tell a good, bawdy story.
Yes, he does. Yeah. I think you know what you're getting with Jimmy Tarbuck, right? So,
the stuff you wouldn't see on telly.
Yeah.
But no, it's brilliant fun. Then we got Rumours of Fleetwood Mac bringing that music to the stage on the 19th of June. Then Simon and Garfunkel, another amazing tribute. That's coming up on the 29th. 6th of July, Rhythm of the Dance. That one's going to be a bit of a treat too. Yeah. And this is something... We haven't seen a big tour of Irish dancing recently, have we? I think we've missed out for a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I think Riverdance and Lord of the Dance and that kind of thing sort of, is touring less and less, but to much bigger arenas, I think.
But so you want to see it intimately.
Intimately.
I think
this is,
if you can't see
the
feet,
all of these dancers on stage, the sound that those tap shoes make.
And it's real. That's the good thing. It's all real.
It's all real. So we're very much looking forward to that. We've spoken about this a little bit, but
Chicago.
And we've since printing the brochure, we had confirmation that our Billy Flynn is Darren Day, who was here before and was very, very popular. So it'd be nice to have.
He owns this sort of stuff, doesn't he? It's brilliant. So that is Monday the 23rd through to Saturday the 28th. I like it when we have the Monday night as well.
Yes.
Sometimes you feel, that could have done an extra show.
Yeah.
And there it is on the Monday for us, which is good. So that's all fab. mention for the Spotlight podcast as well in there. So do check that out. You can see.
Full of QR codes.
Just scan them and away you go. Okay, where next, Scott?
This show, I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to watch this one, Jason.
Come on, you can do it. As Ghost Stories. It's the 1st through to the 5th of July, and this one, I think you do have to be ready for it. It's getting great reviews.
Have you seen the trailer? The trailer is like sort of infrared footage.
I've been avoiding watching the trailer, if I'm honest about it.
The trailer is just people in the audience, really, jumping out of their skin.
Yeah.
And normally here's me going, come on, you've got to go and see this show. If you're anything like me, I think you'd be watching it through
your
fingers,
hands,
like this lady on the artwork. But it's supposedly one of the scariest productions ever, really. The long-running West End hit returns.
That's all we can say. Because it's going to be a shock, hasn't it?
I don't know much more about it, but I guess
we'll see.
Yeah.
Then from the audience that poops to the dinosaur that poops.
Yes, that's a good segue there.
Rock show coming up on the 20th of July.
Before Makings of a Murderer 2. Into some ballroom dance from Anton and Giovanni. So, very eclectic mix of shows there.
But then another big one.
Yes.
Have you seen Bat Out of Hell?
I've not seen Bat Out of Hell.
This is unusual. I've seen a show that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
But Bat Out of Hell.
You tell the people, Jason.
Well, it's amazing. The music of Meatloaf brought to life. Now, Meatloaf is sadly no longer with us.
Yeah.
But when I went to see it, I was kind of on the same row as him in the theatre, which was quite cool. It was the first time he'd seen the show.
Yeah.
So we're going back pre-lockdown.
Yeah.
And the music is fantastic. The setting is wonderful. This dystopian future with the music of Meatloaf is just absolutely phenomenal. Jim Steinman, his work is just beautiful to listen to.
Yeah.
It's award-winning for all the right reasons. And it's here from the 14th through to the 19th of July. And you must get tickets if you can.
Yeah, and they closed the show on the big night of musicals the other week, if you saw that on TV, and it looks sensational. So,
but you can read all about it in Spotlight.
You can.
So don't just take my word for it.
as you can the Memory Cafe with Sohan, which is one of our new...
The expanding Memory Cafe.
Expanding Memory Cafes, yeah, because of course these events are really important for those living with dementia to be able to reminisce and unlock certain core memories from their youth or from their younger days or just from their life. And of course, if you only stick to one style of music, that's not going to work for everyone.
It's got to be something for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And we particularly not only age range, but the wonderful backgrounds we have across our city. And whilst we'll all have memories of different bits and pieces. Hopefully, you can bring that back to life for so many people. But I think Sohan being the part of the team, I know with the likes of the Bluebird Bells, we got with Carl McGregor who's there too, and the fact that it's a constant mix. We've had some wonderful panto performers there as well, haven't we? The music from the musicals, that sort of thing. So
yeah.
It's a mix of things.
Yeah. So we're really excited to continue working with Sohan. And sometimes the memory cafes can be very you sit down, you listen, you reminisce, you maybe get up and dance and sway. This one, you're going to be on your feet the entire time, waving flags and it's and playing the instruments, and it's really fun and interactive.
That's all looking good.
So there's something for everyone there. As there is with Fast Love and primary school bangers live on this page.
Well, and then into the Mersey Beatles and The Greatest Love of All, Behind the Divas, a tribute to Whitney Houston. So that's the 25th of July for Fast Love, George Michael. 6th of September we jumped to because of the
back to school,
the little break with the school bangers. Then 7th of September for the Mersey Beatles, and then the 14th of September for The Greatest Love of All. All things you put in your diary, all fantastic things to pick up for presents and stuff over the summer too.
Be nice.
Carrie Hope Fletcher, absolute star. She was lovely when we last had a natter with her, wasn't she?
Yeah, that would have been the
Adams family back in the day.
2017. So it's been a while since Carrie was last here, and I think now in a sort of new in a new era for Carrie now. Of course, she's famous for Heathers, Les Miserables, when she was here, the Addams Family. But now, sort of Calamity Jane seems a new kind of role.
It gives
for
a chance,
her.
but it shows her versatility because she's still looking just as young as she did through all of those things. She hasn't aged a minute.
No.
But
finally, she's no longer a schoolgirl and has kind of got a sort of meteor role, I guess, to.
Certainly forceful, and that whip, that's going to make sure that she's listened to, isn't she?
Yeah. So there's a nice interview with Carrie here.
But 9th to the 13th of September.
Yeah.
It's a great show with an amazing performer taking the lead, which is good. Now you're going to have to say the next one, Cirque
Eloire Reloaded. Yeah, so this is that. Go on.
I've accidentally skipped a page.
We've skipped a page, but we talked about it earlier. Cinderella.
So that's there.
Cinderella. Cinderella. Which is
then Elkie Brooks. The Long Farewell Tour.
Yeah.
The actual Elkie Brooks.
The actual Elkie Brooks.
That's good.
Brooks, yeah,
that's on the 17th of September. Then the James Bond Concert Spectacular. That's the 28th of September. That's going to be well worth a listen. The world's most critically acclaimed James Bond concert. There you go. And then Tim Peake is here. That's slightly juxtaposed. It's a chance to the quest to explore space and telling us about his time on the
and again,
ISS.
I believe there's a screen and footage of exploring space with Tim Peake.
Yeah, I've seen the other end of that. I've been to the control room in Houston and seen and heard what's going on in the space station. But actually being up there, that's something else, isn't it? Back onto this one.
Yes, this is another dance consortium show. So just as Ballet BC, this is Cirque Eloire, but this is it's a blend of circus and urban dance, break dance, hip hop more. So it's a very different style of dance to the ballet that we're getting from Ballet BC. But you just look at the artwork, and it sort of looks very very dynamic. So yeah, we're excited for this one. But again, this is from Canada as well, so lots of Canadian dance.
But 2 nights only once more.
Yes.
3rd and 4th of October. It's a Friday and a Saturday, so perfect nights for dancing.
Yeah.
Or at least watching it anyway.
Yes.
Do it by sort of osmosis that way, I think, absorb it all. Jack Dee's then along with his Small World tour.
Yeah, more comedy there.
That's the 5th.
That's the 5th.
Busy one. And then on to the following Wednesday, Moments in Time. It's a magic show.
A magic show, illusion.
Time travel?
Well, maybe, who knows? But yeah, we'll find out what happens there with Sean Alexander before a bit of Motown.
Yeah, and then you've got 3 amazing shows in front of us here. Motown, Cirque, The Greatest Show, reimagined, and then Dragged to the Musicals. Now, these are all an absolute treat. You're not going to be able to keep in your seat for any of those, really, are you?
No. Really excited about the Dragged to the Musicals, actually. I think this will be great, because I think who doesn't love drag queens and musical theatre? So put the two together with Davina De Campo, it'd be great. Yeah, so whether you're live for Les Mis, cheer for Mamma Mia, or whether you are crazy for Kinky Boots, there's something for everyone. So, yeah.
Check it out.
Just 3 of the shows.
Yeah, those are all 9th, 10th and 11th of October. And then it's back. Friends, the musical parody.
For a week this time.
I know.
So what started off as a sort of a one-night tour a few years ago.
And it's a sort of fringe show back then.
Yeah.
But it's developed, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's developed. And again, we've not seen the new version of it yet because it's not started touring, but it's a much bigger production than it was before. And it celebrates everything about Friends.
But for the love of Friends, I think that's what it is. And that was Monday through Saturday, so it's another long run, 13th through to the 18th of October. You got Saturday matinee, and also 5 p.m. and an 8:30 on the Friday, which is an interesting way of doing it too.
Yeah, direct from New York and Las Vegas. So
so that's going to be good. We all like a giggle, and obviously Friends has got a special place in many people's hearts.
Yeah.
You're getting social.
Lots and lots of pictures of things that we've been up to, lots of launches, press nights, curtain call photos. There's lots of nice photos to have a look through there.
Looking fantastic. Several of you wearing different jackets.
Yeah.
You're Jackie Boy, yeah. Lots of pages of it. All back to Panto, some of it there as well.
Yeah.
Jolly good fun. And then we're into a very special production from Bilston Operatic of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah, so this is Bilston's latest production, which they're also going to preview a little excerpt from at Wolverhampton Pride this year, so that'll be exciting. But before they do...
so Wednesday through Sunday, 22nd to the 26th of October.
Yeah, so it's nice that they've got a Sunday show there.
All fits.
Yeah.
Josh Widdicombe.
Yeah.
And you need to do his voice really to say "Not My Cup of Tea," the title of it, but I can't do that.
No,
Sunday the 2nd of November. That's going to be another comedy show, and hopefully there's biscuits, because there's biscuits
I know,
in the
that's
picture.
Made me hungry now.
I want biscuits. Jamie Dodgers.
Yeah. Are there Jamie Dodgers on there? Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I can spot a Jamie Dodger a mile off. Well, there we go. Right, next, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Now, is this the first time?
It's the first time it's been here.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is.
It has been. This is the Chris Harper production that's been in the West End at the Gillian Lynn Theatre. It's played a Christmas season at Birmingham Rep, and now it's on tour. And I was lucky enough to see it a couple of months ago, and was mesmerised by it. And despite the fact that we were sort of coming into spring at that point, the winter sort of world that you get sucked into.
Yeah. Because it's going to prepare us for winter,
It will, because it's the 28th of October to the 1st of November, so actually it's perfect timing to see this show. The puppetry in this is, sort of, if you love Life of Pi, War Horse, that kind of thing, it's very similar puppetry, but it's also just a beautiful sort of family show.
Yeah.
That's going
to be a treat. Lovely piece on there as well. And then I like the fact there's an improvised murder mystery. I need to talk to you about tickets for this one. Murder She Didn't Write.
Yes.
So we of course were aware of the amazing Jessica Fletcher and Murder She Wrote, but this isn't that.
No, it's not. And I can't really tell you much about it because it could
Who knows?
Who knows until you get in your seat. But it'll be a murder mystery, that's for sure. And you'll write it together as it happens and unfolds. So wherever you see this, you can go to any theatre on the tour, every theatre in fact, and it'll be different every night.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, before 80s Live comes back on the 8th of November.
Now this one's more you as well, isn't it? Elf. I can imagine you're going to enjoy Elf.
Elf, this is the Christmas spectacular Elf.
You're of an age to have seen Elf when it came out, aren't you?
Yes, I do remember the film of Elf, but this time with Jordan Conway as Buddy, and there's great music. And that starts your Christmas festivities before Panto comes in.
Sounds good to me. Then there's a nice piece on Pride, so you can get that there.
June.
And then we're getting festive.
Yes, we are. Sleeping Beauty is this year's Panto. Tam and Ian are back. very soon I get to have a little look at the set design, which is very
Really?
exciting.
Can I come with you? Is that not allowed?
Maybe I can have a little peep at the model box. But the last model box is on the staircase, and very soon we get to sort of see what this year's is going to look like.
Okay.
And I'm very excited.
Well, yeah. Well, you've got Ian and Tam, we know. And you're keeping quiet on the rest of the conversation.
The rest of the cast, they're not in place yet, but
there's negotiations going on.
Negotiations are happening, so hopefully soon we'll have some more cast to share.
That's going to be good.
You. So that is exciting.
Panto is always fantastic here. We know that.
And then Playing a Week and Stages Summer School are back. So that is our youth activities throughout the summer, which always sell out really quickly.
And working alongside the arena as well. It's theatres together in our city.
Yeah, of course. We're really proud of our Grand Arena Youth Theatre. And Fran and TJ, who head that up,
they do a brilliant job.
A great job.
I say brilliant, you say great. I think it's better than you think.
Yeah.
You'll be in trouble with Fran if you're not careful.
Then some more, Northern Live, Crooners, Roy Orbison, Punk Off, The Sounds of Punk and New Waves. There's lots of music.
That's into January and February. These are the things you're going to buy for Christmas presents.
Yes.
They're definitely easy to make somebody happy there. Queens are back as well.
Yes, Queens are back. So not only did they sell out here in February, I want to say, or maybe March this year, but then are doing Wolverhampton Pride in June, and then are back in February next year. So it'd be great to have Queens back.
And no lip syncing here?
No lip syncing at all.
None whatsoever?
No, they're great.
That is a skill. I'm not dissing it. That is a skill.
And they sing in the original key. I've seen it. Like the keys that they managed to sing in are crazy. Yes, but the legend of Bob Marley, a bit more music there. Before 2 weeks of Fawlty Towers, the play,
which is longer than the actual TV series ran for.
I think so. But this is great. Again, I was very lucky to go and see this in the West End, where it's been selling out nightly, and is a replica of about 3 or 4 really popular episodes.
They've pulled bits out of.
It sort of creates one story that's made from about 4 or 5 episodes, maybe.
Which is somewhat different to what we've seen with some of the other shows, like that. Only Fools and Horses was a wholly original thing.
Yes.
This is a homage to some
of the best moments from Fawlty Towers,
which people still keep watching and still laugh, and to see that performed live as well. Because having been to something like the dinner, the Fawlty Towers themed dinner that the Grand ran over at the hotel, that must be a good 6 or 7 years ago. It was a fantastic night. You missed out if you didn't go to that one. But things like that are phenomenal. Bringing the characters to life, but bringing the characters to life with all the lines that you want to hear.
Yes, exactly. And the set looks exactly like the TV. If you told me that was the TV set from ages ago, just sort of built on stage, I believe you, because it's great.
Okay, that's going to be well worth a look.
So,
then a bit of theatre for all is again looking at the way the things that we see on stage reflects our wonderful mix of people in the city, and long may that continue.
Yes.
And then
accessible.
I've got to hear. I've got Christmas Cause.
Yeah. Here we go.
He's back again.
Christmas Cause is back. Yeah. Sold out this year, so he's back. This year, especially after
because you've got to get excited about the thing on the other page.
Yes, I'm very excited. I can't believe I skipped that.
Let's keep you calm there. So it's Christmas Cause on 5th of March, so that's going to be worth a look.
And then from the 10th to the 15th of March is the Steps musical, which I'm very excited about. Again,
because you went to the preview thingies for that, didn't you?
Yeah. And Steps.
They didn't invite me to that
one. And it's a brand new musical. It's set in a seaside shopping mall, and
it's one that you don't really worry about the premise. You just worry about getting the songs and having a good laugh and enjoying the night, aren't you?
Yeah. And they've managed to sort of cram pretty much every single Steps song into this musical that spans about a year in the life of the shop, and you sort of go
I like the sound of it.
On a journey with the characters who work there, it's as camp as Steps are. I was going to say were, but of course Steps are still bringing out new music now, some of which is in the show. Some of the music is very, very recent, but then a lot of it is what you remember from the 90s. And early 2000s.
Is it the 90s?
So
you don't remember it from the 90s, really, do you?
Early 2000s.
Yeah. Trying to make me feel old again. They've got dementia-friendly theatre and accessible performances.
Yes.
This, whether it be things like captions, there's obviously sign language too that's there for a number of performances. The the inductive loop hearing, so you can listen in to things like audio commentary as well. There's lots in there to make it all accessible.
Yeah.
And so it's great to see that, and obviously the Grand at the forefront of all that sort of stuff taking place in our city. So there we go. Spotlight is out. Which one we're looking at? We'll look at that. Look at that camera up there. So that's available now. Grab your copies from the Grand. You can also find all this online at grandtheatre.co.uk. Call the box office on 01902 429212 if you want to talk to somebody else about any of these shows. You can't ask to Scott, that's not allowed. But you can you get your tickets booked, come along, see some brilliant shows and enjoy them in the best theatre around.
Yeah.
That sounds like a deal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right,
we'll see you soon.
Yeah, there'll be another one of these in the not too distant future.
Yes, there will, October. So
yeah, so we'll talk then. Meanwhile, we'll see you soon, and have a great time enjoying these fantastic shows.
Yeah.
Now, the British Pantomime Awards are hotly fought every year across the nation. The Stafford Gatehouse has always looked to these awards as being the pinnacle of fine entertainment. Gary Stevens joins me now to tell me about what's going on. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you.
What's happening? Because
awards
season's upon us, because it's a funny time of year, because it kind of fits in with the likes of the BAFTAs and everything like that. And in fact, in many ways, it's more important, isn't it?
Absolutely. It really is, because I guess it's one award that takes in a lot of the creatives, not just what goes on stage, but actually sort of the direction, the script writers, the lighting, the designs. And it's one of those national awards that really sort of takes into that account and considers it. Yes, Panto for many theatres across the UK it's one of their busiest seasons, but equally to be recognised on a national level, such as for the creatives who are often left behind. I mean, they are the unsung heroes, and for us, when creatives are recognised in that way, it's a massive boost, especially for the team.
Absolutely, and just being nominated is good. Yet over the weekend, we heard exciting news for Stafford.
Indeed, we won. We've always been nominated for various different categories, but we actually won the award for Best Sound for Jack and the Beanstalk, which was our panto just finished, basically. Well, so it's finished. It finished in January.
It feels like 5 minutes ago. I mean,
it does feel like that.
How on earth did Easter sneak up on us so quickly? I think that's the thing. But I mean, many congratulations there. And I think, again, that's a nice award to win as well, because it does show the technical capabilities. I mean, every venue has its own sound profile. The Gatehouse is one of those theatres which has been designed with nice, clean lines, so you do get good sound. There's very little chance to reverberate. I do note, though, because I do look at these things, there's some lovely foam blocks in the ceiling to help the sound lush and amazing. So that sort of thing does make a difference. But with the design is an important part of this, and then the way in which it's delivered is again one of the other criteria they'll be looking at. And it's one of those things that you do work on, and that's like having dress rehearsals. You're doing it for the cast, but you're also doing it for the sound, so the audience can hear what's happening.
Absolutely, and the fact that that there are so many shows where that level of sound can differ. I mean, let's face it, if you are because it's live, it's the one show will be different to the next, because audiences will soak up sound and also the performance.
Are you saying some of your audiences are denser than others?
Well, they can absorb sound more as such, but equally, if you get an empty audience, it's empty sort of theatre, it's not going to sound the same as if it was full. So it's really is a craft that you have to admire, because this is a continuation that goes throughout every show in order for particularly in this instance, the judges to come and see. We don't know when those judges were coming to see the shows. So when they do, and they listen in and they take that as, especially when that category was up against every single UK theatre that played Panto this year.
So brilliant news. Well done to the whole team. But specific names here?
Well, I think for me, Bobby was, although Kate was the ultimate winner. But Bobby sort of followed it on, which was our in-house sound engineer at the time. And of course, he sort of mastered every sort of show. And to be fair, Jason, there were times when he really did get involved, because I used to look back at the sound desk and he was sort of bobbing around and really getting into the swing of thing. And that was even weeks into it. So, you know, it shows the enthusiasm. And I think if you've got that, it sort of injects it into what you do and why it was delivered so nicely.
Yeah, because you might even consider it to be a more passive role, whereas the actors on stage are having to react to every single audience. Yeah, the sound desk, it's almost you got a list of cues, the same you got lighting cues, that you do what you need to do when you need to do it. But because things are variable, because your cast may suddenly do something a bit random, because that's the nature of panto, and that's why we love it. Not everything, not all the ad libs are scripted, so you've got to be ready.
Indeed, very much so. And you know, to think on your feet is the motto there, I reckon. But really, full credit for. I'm quite chuffed that, you know, it is an important category, but for the Gatehouse Theatre to get its first ever win for panto is off a scale for us.
Well, absolutely, many congratulations. I know panto sort of evolved there under your tenure, and that's really what's it brought it to the point where it's seen in a different way now to the way things have been in the past. And whilst yes, some people still remember the rock and roll pantos, that was a thing, and people ask me about that, and so I just think you get asked quite a bit. But it's about bringing something which is mainstream and really exciting for the people of Stafford and surrounding areas, and obviously people from Wolverhampton head over that way. You're getting the likes of people from Stoke as well heading down. It's being the county town is something you've got to shine at, and the theatre allows that to happen. And we're blessed by having so many great pantos like the Grand, the Garrick, the Gatehouse. Really, they're the main big ones in sort of our sort of area, and it's always interesting to see how each of the pantos differs and works to its audience. And again, I've always seen you do that in Stafford too, and you've got a mix of people from across all sorts of regions coming in, and everybody going home with massive smiles on their faces.
Absolutely, Jason. I mean, the impact of panto is sustainable. We had on this last panto, we had one of the garden centres actually say to us that he was so busy as a result of the name being mentioned in the script, that in fact he didn't have time to come to see the panto, but actually wanted to bring in me a crate of wine because of all the trade that was sent his way. I think that's the sort of effect that panto has. It's very much community, certainly is very much community feel, but the outreach goes beyond, as you say, to Wolverhampton and Stoke, and people will travel sometimes just to see their favourite star in the panto, or even the Dame. I mean, the Dame steals the panto, but equally we had Mark Rhodes that for the last 2 years has done such a stunning job, that the cheeky chap he is, it really sells it, and it works so well as a team.
It is wonderful to see, and I'm very grateful for being allowed to come along and do reviews on it, and meet up with the cast, which is always an absolute treat. And I know you're already thinking not only towards Hamlet, which is on its way, that's coming up in June through into July as ever, with the amazing Shakespeare Festival that you have each year, but also you're thinking towards panto as well. And both of these, it's almost like you have you can't stop working, because normally theatres produce their own pantos or work very closely with one production company, and then you guys throw it into the mix, a huge festival in the middle of the year as well, just to keep you all busy.
We certainly do. We work very closely with Imagine, who provide us with the panto, and you know that conversation more or less starts before you finish the last one, and so you're on to the next one before you can think about it, because what we try and do is put the next one on sale whilst you've got the current one. So the idea being is that the audience, if they enjoyed it so much, they can have a chance of booking right away and usually getting the better seats. So it is an ongoing process, but I am looking at 2 years ahead now, Jason. So it really is quite the fate, really, in terms of getting that far. And as you say, in terms of casting, we're still looking at that for this year, but the the net gets thrown out quite early, January, February, to see people's availability. And of course, actors themselves will want to think, if they're associated with an award-winning panto, that they might want to come back.
You never know. Watch this space. Sleeping Beauty on the way, 25, 26. We won't talk about your title of 26, 27 yet, because I think that's, we don't want to confuse people, but you can definitely grab tickets for Sleeping Beauty at gatehousetheatre.co.uk. You can nip along there and do that one. But it's great to see all this happening. And so we're looking towards Hamlet. I mean, obviously, that's going to be an interesting and fun time ahead. And the cast have already been in the area to do some work on that. And I hope to catch up with some of them soon.
Absolutely, Jason. I mean, this year is a special one because we've tried to cast as many from the local area as well to put the Staffordshire Festival, Shakespeare Festival. Benedict Shaw, as a really nice guy, I met him for the very first time a few weeks ago, and the whole team again around that this year seems much more relaxed, much more chilled out. But I guess very exciting in a few weeks when they're on site doing the rehearsals.
Well, okay, I'm going to nip down and have a natter with somebody as soon as that's all happening, so we can set that up. That'd be brilliant. Meanwhile, obviously mentioned that, gatehousetheatre.co.uk to grab tickets for next year's panto. Big shout out to the award-winning team behind the sound for last year's panto, and I say it's a great venue over there, and I do like the fact that we've got so many complementary venues. Whether we look towards the Grand, the Arena, and all the other different places. It's not the same thing. Everybody is looking at something different in house, and I know you all work hard together to make sure that if it's something, there are some places and some theatres that you're going to sell out both the Gatehouse and the Grand with somebody. I mean, like Jimmy Tarbuck saw at the Gatehouse earlier on. That was last year. Was it earlier this year? I'm not entirely sure. It was earlier this year, but obviously he's now heading to the Grand Theatre, and you see tours like that, and it's a great opportunity to see these people. But there's so many other shows which are unique to each of these venues. It's just absolutely fantastic to explore all of it. Check out the whole world of theatre in our area, because we have some brilliant people working in it. One of those is Gary Stevens, whom I thank for joining us.
Thank you, Jason.
Now we're down here at the brand new Bandai Namco Cross Store in the heart of Birmingham, the second one in the country. The Midlands is being serviced by an amazing outlet for some wonderful products and merch. To tell us more, I'm joined now by Amy House. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. Lovely to meet you.
A busy one. The store is doing a preview at the moment. You officially open, is it?
14th.
14th. So that's going to be a brilliant event in itself when the public come to the doors, but a chance to look around with some influencers and see what's going on and get a feel for this new space.
Yes, definitely. And it gives people an opportunity to sort of get a feel for the shop and talk about it with their friends. We've had so many people passing by who have been really interested in what's going on inside.
And I mean, there is a lot going on inside, 2 floors.
Yes.
And this is really bringing some amazing, the world of anime, One Place, and Tamagotchi, as well as many more of the brands under the umbrella, all into one fantastic, bright-looking space.
Yes, thank you so much. I mean, a lot of people would be surprised about how much is Bandai Namco. The card game is incredibly popular, people love playing together, and Tamagotchi being like a kind of spectacle of the 90s with lots of people collecting virtual pets. Mm-hmm. So yes, such a big range available here.
And the space we're in the moment is the card game area. So this is One Piece. I mean, that in itself, huge brand, yes. And bringing it to this sort of space where people can come along and interact with the cards, and we've clearly got a social space here too, so it is more than just browsing, isn't it?
Yes, I think that's a really important part of this, is that there's a community aspect. So for One Piece card game, we have like tutorial sessions where absolute newbies can learn how to play. We've also got like welcome events where it's sort of freestyle. You don't have to play banned cards. You can play banned cards basically, or cards that aren't in the main tournament side. And then for more intermediate players, you have tournaments where people can play against each other, and there are prizes to be won as well. We have dabbled with things called like the Kids Cup, so like a younger audience can have access to the product as well. But we also encourage people to just come as a social space and open cards together and see what they get.
Mm-hmm. And
I think that again, there is such a variety of things here as well, and the price points that are going to suit every pocket.
Yeah, I think that's what's great for me, from Gashapon, which can be as little as £4 for 2 tokens of an item, all the way up to figures from Mega House, which are hand painted, that are over £800, even £1,000. It's really just, there's something for everyone here.
And this is about bringing to the Midlands something we haven't been able to get outside of London previously. I mean, the store in Camden has been exceptionally well received. That was last year?
It was in 2023.
23? Was that far back?
Yeah.
But I mean,
time flies.
It has. I mean, people are crying out for this, though, aren't they?
Yeah. We've had a lot of people asking. I mean, we get a lot of comments on our social posts asking about different cities that it could come up into. And I mean, we're really glad to be in the Midlands as the next step.
There's a venue here that is going to draw people in, again, probably from all over the country, because when it comes down to some of these hand-painted special pieces, there's going to be a rarity there, isn't there? And different stores will have different things.
Yes, exactly, and it's sort of a wild stocks last situation as well, but we do try and make it so people can see what they're buying. So that's why we've got quite a lot of display pieces where you actually see the artwork. Why is it that much more money? And then maybe you'll be like, not today, but there's something else from another range which suits your pocket. Because collecting figures can be quite an expensive hobby.
It can, but it's one that I think it's you're putting in time, effort, energy, enjoying them there and then.
Yeah.
Often you're not taking them out of the box because you want to keep the value. But when it comes to the collector's cards as well, I mean, are you able to authenticate here?
We don't really acknowledge the secondary market as like the official shop. To us, it's not just about accessibility of product, but there are independent card shops where you can get those answers if you get a good card.
And the chances are, I mean, you will be picking up some amazing cards here as well. And I think that's again the excitement, and there'll be a buzz around the social area when that sort of thing happens.
Definitely, because it's that fun of having a group of friends come in and buy like a bunch of boxes, and someone pulls like the best card, and they're all just screaming and shouting. You just can't replicate that. It's such a nice thing to see with people having those memories in this space.
And we're looking here at merchandise that means something to people as well. We talked about the Tamagotchi that people have grown up with. I remember those coming out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe in my 20s. But it's still been a sort of a social thing even then. And Tamagotchi was always something you talked about. You had other people looking after it when you were away at school or something. So there's much more to it than just a one-off purchase.
Yeah, and I think it's again like that collectability, like there's so many different colours, and then also with the different models you can connect to each other. So we released Connections last year, and that's been really well received. I think there's like a big resurgence with millennials who are now having children, and the access to anime is available through to the younger generations through platforms like Netflix and Crunchyroll, which just means that this sort of stuff is what people want to find. So it's nice to have shops that people can go and find that stuff they want to get in an actual location.
But look at it, see it, browse, talk to people who are as enthusiastic as you are behind the counter and the staff and the teams, because they all love this stuff too.
Yeah, exactly, because if you work here, it's probably because you love it, because it's a bit of a strange thing if you don't know anything about it. And to have that connection of speaking to a staff member and both gushing about your favourite anime or the thing you've watched lately, it's an important part. The staff can enjoy their job, and the people who come to shop get that connection as well that sometimes I think we're missing in the modern era of just online.
And what's your favourite piece in store?
That's a really difficult question.
There is a lot, that's the problem,
There's so much to choose from. I have a lot of favourites, but I will say that for those who are over the age of 18, there is a Berserk Kuji, and all of the stuff in that is absolutely fantastic, because the A prize and the B prize are a sword and the main character guts, and they actually work together. So if you get both prizes, you can combine them, which I just think is a really nice touch that the team put into that.
And again, it's the thought that goes behind it, the effort that's gone in to bring just this store to life on its own is huge, isn't it? And I know it's been many months in the planning, and as soon as those doors open on the 14th, there's going to be hordes of people coming along to experience the whole sort of Bandai Namco world.
Definitely, because I mean it's in our mantra for what we do with physical locations, where people can visit them, is the see, touch, feel experience. So we want people to come and experience the shop.
A cross store, because you're crossing over between the different brandings, but also crossing over into the real world from the anime that is ordinarily on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a wonderful experience. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it as we head around the store. Give us the web details where people can come along and check out what's going on before they come to store.
Yeah, so you can follow us online, BN Cross Store UK. It's one landing page that's for all of the sites, and we post about all different content.
For now, Amy House from Bandai Namco, thank you. And if you get a good card, I want to know, okay?
I'll let you film it, it'll be great.
Thank you.
No problem, thank you.
Down here at the Bandai Namco store with Kazumi Cat now, who's headed up from London to explore this new site. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. This is all so exciting to me.
It's an amazing venue, isn't it? And to the upstairs part, we've got the cranes, we've got all of the vending machines down here, and it's all based on tokens as well, isn't it?
Yes,
So
it is.
It's slightly different to when you go to the seaside and see some of these things.
Oh yeah, very different, and each like gacha is very unique.
Well, yeah, okay, tell me, what have you got here? Because you've already been playing, haven't you?
Yeah, I've tried one machine. It's based on Card Captor Sakura, and it's actually, once I can find where to open it, here it is, a toy replica of her magic wand.
That is quality.
Yeah, it is. It's so good. And plus, you can open it up like an actual box and play with the toy, but I wouldn't recommend that because it's difficult to get back inside.
You're keeping that as is?
Yeah, I'm keeping it as is,
With
and
the
I'm
rest of your
hoping
collection.
to display it maybe on my bag.
That is looking good. Better quality there as well. I mean, to have come from London for this one, you've been to the Camden store as well?
Yes, I have. That is one of my local ones that I go to all the time.
But is this different to what you've seen down there?
Yes, it definitely is. Like, the vibe's quite different. It's very bright, colourful, and some of the gachas I haven't seen in the Camden one, let alone in Brighton or even in Japan. So I know they're really updating the system.
And I think that's nice as well, isn't it? The fact there's something different for people who are travelling around. For tourists, it will be different too, because
Yes,
they'll
it
be in
is.
other places. But just for the UK, I mean, this is brilliant for the Midlands.
Yeah, and especially if people want to go to Japan, they get a taste of Japan by trying out these gachas.
Now, what's your favourite thing you've seen so far?
Ooh, definitely the Sanrio themed and Kirby themed merch, as well as the Tamagotchis.
You love a Tamagotchi?
Yes, I am obsessed. One of my earrings is.
Yeah. So, what's your longest life for a Tamagotchi? Or you don't, if it's bad, you don't have to admit it. It's okay.
It's only been a week, 2 weeks. As soon as they become adults, they get very needy, and then they die. Like, my Tamagotchi was packing her bags ready to leave the house because I didn't give her attention, and then she ended up leaving and left me a letter. It was very sad.
You've got too busy a life. This is what it is, isn't it?
Yes, it's a responsibility to look after a grown adult.
So, are you going to be picking up a Tamagotchi whilst you're here, do you think?
I'm going to see what collection there is.
Okay.
And I might be picking up one.
There might be something special down there you've not seen before.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Right,
Fingers crossed.
You go out and check out. I know you're going to be reporting back on this on your site, so where can we find you?
You can find Kasumi Cat on Instagram as well as on TikTok.
Have a great time on there. Have a great time in store, and thanks for having a natter.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Tom and Kits have been taking a look around the brand new Bandai Namco store. What do you reckon?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's better than the London one, I'd say.
But you still love the London one, though, don't you?
Yeah, I still love the London one. I prefer the layout of this.
Yeah, it's a lot more open.
And it is easy to get round, look at things. And I think the amount of stock they've got down here is phenomenal, isn't it?
I was just looking at the Elden Ring stuff over here. I was surprised that they had that over here. I'm a huge Elden Ring fan. And Berserk as well.
But normally you'd be in Japan for this stuff, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
We've been to Japan before.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of like similar things and just stuff that you wouldn't expect to see over
It's
here
nice
in the
to
UK.
see it finally coming to the UK.
Yeah.
I know it started with the London Camden store, but obviously ever since that store opened, it's grown a lot more. It's a lot more accessible.
And there's been a demand, hasn't there? People have been travelling from all over the country. The fact that they now come to the Midlands is brilliant. Where have you travelled from today?
Nottingham.
So it's an easy one for you to get to.
Yeah.
Where I work, we have a Bandai Namco Gachapon station here with 102 Gachapon machines.
Yeah.
So it's nice to come to a bigger one.
Well, they're amazing.
Take ideas.
Have you had a go yet, though?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What have you got? Come on, all right, okay. The kind of eggs come out. So I know.
If I can open it.
I haven't opened mine yet.
No, they're going to be something when you get home, aren't they? A surprise.
There we go.
Okay, tell us about the character.
So he's from Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
But it's a little cat and it's velvety. Sylvanian family-esque, you know. It's very cute.
A bit of a throwback. That's the way we like it. But I mean, obviously, you're not opening them yet. You're going to save the surprise.
I know what they are. They're both Cinnamon Roll, which is my favourite Sanrio character. So I got both the ones I wanted.
Which is brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. I'm guessing you're a bit of a Hello Kitty fan as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
what made you think that?
There's clues. But I mean, what has been the standout thing for you down here?
We only just got downstairs, but I love this store part.
The Splatoon
I like
stuff.
the plushies.
Yeah.
The giant plushies.
Are you going to be playing One Piece though?
I'm not a One Piece fan,
no,
but
we
it is
don't
really
watch
cool
One
to
Piece.
see it here.
But there is something for everyone, isn't
There
there?
is,
That's what it's
exactly.
telling us.
Yes, that's what we love about this place.
All in good. Where can we find out what you've been doing online?
So I go by NeoWire with a free online. I do a lot of cosplay and prop making. Please commission me, some people. I make fantastical big props and stuff like that.
I'm Strawberry Milku. I cosplay, so I'm a cosplayer.
Well, we'll be able to see you guys online, and how much you've enjoyed the store, I'm sure too. But carry on, have a look around, enjoy it. And
Thank you very much.
I know you're going to be back upstairs again, aren't you?
Probably.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Now, down here with Kix, who is currently causing chaos as he's been filming himself looking at all of the goodies down here. So what have you picked up so far? What's this?
You know what? Funny enough, it's the devil fruit right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, that's Luffy's devil fruit, the main character of One Piece. If you know what I mean.
Yep.
So obviously, I flipped like a note because I don't have coins.
Right.
If it landed on Lizzie's face, I buy it.
Yeah.
If it don't, I don't. I landed on Lizzie's face.
So that's a good move, isn't it? It's an omen.
I'm happy. Yeah. Why not?
So you One Piece fans?
Day in, day out.
But are you going to be coming back to play the card game?
I played the card game already.
Yeah, I know, because you can play it here.
Of course, yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I flipping love it.
What do you rent of the space? It's a good space.
Oh my god, the space is actually way better than I thought. Upstairs, like they've got all the gacha machines and everything. Here, there's more than enough space. Like if you see around as well, there's a lot of people here. You could probably fit another double, triple, and you still got enough space as well.
What's your favourite on that side of the store?
The cards.
You know, just a card. You want to go?
The
It's
cards.
a card you like.
Yeah, I love the cards. I'm a big collector of the cards.
How many you got?
I don't want to go there, I'll be honest.
How many have you got with you? That's the thing.
Oh, just my deck. Literally just my deck. But
You've
don't
always
worry.
got a deck with you wherever you go.
More or less. But don't worry, I'm going to be ripping a box later anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully pull a manga.
Well, that's what you're talking about, a bit of manga, that's what you want.
I want manga, I'll take leaders, I'll take SPs, I'll take all of that. I'll take anything. I'll even take trash. You know me? It's the dopamine hit.
Yeah,
You know?
you enjoy it. But this is the thing, though, isn't it? This is going to be brilliant for people to come down with their mates, look at what's going on, and still be able to pick up some merch at the same time as playing cards.
Definitely, exactly. It's like it's not even a 2-in-1, it's like a 3 or 4-in-1. And the main thing is the location as well, because obviously it's highly accessible as well. Like I'm from London, so obviously for me, it won't make much of a difference because I've got Camden right there. But I know a lot of people personally that live around the West Midlands who complain that, you know, they don't have that place to play, or even like a Bandai store in general. But obviously having one right here, a lot of people from other places can travel to as well. So I think it's a brilliant idea. And I'm gonna, this place is gonna blow. I feel like this place is gonna blow.
Well, it's amazing. So what else are you going to be picking up whilst you're here? Is there any more flipping the notes?
I got a gacha toy upstairs. I'm gonna go upstairs and buy some more gachas, definitely. I'm gonna buy a lot of booster boxes, hopefully. I'm gonna rip some as well. And I'm just not gonna look at my bank account. I'm
That's
just gonna
probably, leave that bit.
Yeah,
don't
who
worry
cares?
about it.
Money comes and goes.
Well, she's still got a note to flip. You're all right, aren't you?
Exactly, yeah.
That's still-
Yeah, why?
And a train ticket. But right, where can we see what you've been doing online?
So I stream on Whatnot. The name is TCG Kicks. Obviously, you can check my website, my Instagram, my TikTok, YouTube as well. Well, this video is going to be going on YouTube anyways, but pretty much anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah, we can find you.
We're trying to,
You'll be there. With
and obviously the
devil
milk
fruit.
bar, you know?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
Right,
of course.
good to meet you, mate. Have
Thank
a great
you.
time. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And keep shopping.
That's all for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Back with episode 826 next week. I'll see you then. Have a brilliant Easter. Ta-ra for now.
Goodbye from the milk bar. 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 Yeah. Goodbye from the milk bar. Yeah.